Hi, this is Em from Unique Phoenix, and welcome to What's Wednesday. What's this Wednesday about? Well, today I thought I'd bring you a little bit more of me, share a little bit more underneath the veil, so to speak. As a coach, I know I definitely help transform women's lives, help them find balance with their families, with their businesses, with their careers, and move into the places that they want to, enjoy who they are and do it with a sense of ease. And today is no different. Sometimes life doesn't feel like it's easy or is happening with ease and flow. And I had one of those moments. I have 3 beautiful, amazing children, and I am a co-parent. And that happened around 2 and a bit years ago, only 2.5 years ago now, where I ended my marriage and we separated. I definitely had to build some trust in there. Now, I'd already been doing this within myself. I had to step into it a lot more. So, at the start of the year, before then, for the first 18 months of my separation, I was spending a lot of time out of really just getting to know me again, being in my business and enjoying that space and helping my kids navigate this new territory in separation, helping them navigate their dad having a girlfriend and what that looked like and the feelings that they had around it, and, navigating my way through it as well, but also navigating this new life that I found in front of me. And what I uncovered through the whole thing was I really had to trust me. Sometimes I really spent my time trusting what was happening around me and what things look like. And what really needed to happen was I had to trust me and how I felt, and also be okay with those feelings. And I've been doing an okay job of it up until then. But it got to Christmas. And at Christmas, we share the day and the kids wake up with me. We do, lots of things great as co-parents, and Dad comes over and we open some parent presents together, and then I go off with my family for brunch, and I drop the kids off later for time with his dad and his family. And last year, in my first year of not having children, I organised myself and had lots of stuff to do. This year, I really thought I had this. And I guess I undermined that. Now, in saying that, that was my brain. My body leading up to Christmas, there was a bit of anxiety, I want to say, and a bit of nervousness. And I didn't really listen, so I wasn't really trusting myself. I trusted my head and said, that's fine. If you've been with me for a while, brain can be full of shit. That's exactly how I feel about it. It doesn't know what's real and what's not real. So why am I going to trust my brain and let it, run the show? I did. I let it run the show. Got to Christmas Day, dropped off the kids, got home, and was okay for the first few hours. So I got this, I'm just going to chill, I'm going to do my own thing, bit of self-care. And then it kind of hit late afternoon, and I realised I don't got this. Now, I didn't want to feel those feelings. I'm going to be really honest with you. So what I did do was had some beers there. So I had some beers and I had a couple of cigarettes. And then I ended up taking myself down to a local hotel by myself. And it was probably the greatest thing I could have done at the time. I knew, not good. Brain, get me out of here. I don't want to be alone. I wasn't trusting my body. I wasn't trusting myself that I could actually be okay in this, that I could feel like this. I could feel so alone and so lonely. I could feel it and still be okay. I wasn't trusting myself. So I went down there and maybe for an hour, and then just looked around and thought, this is not where you want to be. And at this point, I don't normally get drunk. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing to do. And I was smoking then as well. And that's not for me either. And then I got home a little bit late, had lots of drinks of water, didn't really want to, I took myself to bed. So it was probably only about 9:30, 10, took myself to bed. That's all I wanted to do. I woke up the next day and recognised that I'd ignored here. I'd ignored trusting myself. And so then I decided to sit with it for the morning and just see what it was that I was feeling. I wasn't really feeling that alone anymore. I did feel a little bit lonely, but I knew that meant I had to just do a little bit more work on me. There was something in there that I wasn't taking a look at, that I needed to look a little bit more deeper. And look, over the rest of the year, I definitely have done that, and it's more freeing, and I trust myself so much more. And I have sat in moments of loneliness and not needed to go to those, those habits in my life that just allow me to ignore what was going on and just to, feed it really, because it just gets bigger. So it wasn't really my finest moment, but I'm glad that I had it. And sometimes that is what building trust looks like. It's in making choices that, in the aftermath of them, you would never want to make that choice again. It wasn't good for you. It didn't feel good. But to get to trust, you need to make these choices sometimes, because you need to know what it feels like not to trust yourself. And then you'll come back to that place that you had that little whisper that you ignored. And when that whisper comes up again, you just have a little bit more awareness to hang on a minute, there's something else. My head might be saying one thing, but I can actually choose to go a different way. I can choose to listen to that voice within me. So I want to say to you, are you hearing the little voices within you? Are you feeling like you're out of balance? Because it happens. Are you feeling like you're having these, real big dips and not trusting yourself and not sure how to trust yourself? I've absolutely been there. And over the past 10 years, I have been learning incredible amounts of lessons, and I've been able to bring all that into coaching, the transformation coaching that I do. What I've created is a way to guide you towards your trust, towards love, towards balance, so that you can find your own path, that you can actually create habits that are good for you. Because what I'm going to do is guide you through it so that you can feel good and you can be yourself through it. Because really that's the purpose of life, is to be yourself. And the secret is to feel good for being it. So I would love to share a soul conversation with you. And that's an opportunity for you and I to get to know each other a little bit more deeply and find out how we can help build your trust, find balance, and get to that soul-fulfilled life that you're absolutely born to live. If you want to pop a note below saying you'd like to organise one, or private message me and let's arrange one. Let's have our soul conversation and see what it is you want and need and how I can support you in doing that. Thanks so much for sharing your beautiful time for me. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit more of me, because life is not always sunshine and moonbeams. So thank you for the space to share the the rain, which we need rain. I'd love to hear about yours. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. And I look forward to meeting you at the Soul Conversation.